And yes, that was our adventure. We are in Sault Ste Marie, Ontario, and just a few minutes away from testing a brand new air service, a scenic flight on the legendary Beaver. The plane is waiting for us on the water, the waiver sign, and we are ready to fly a little piece of history, part of the Bushplane museum, you could say. It's a joke, but also true. This plane is really old. We have a group of 4, which, by the way, is the best way to split the cost. I'll tell you all the details at the end of the video. For now, let's listen carefully to our pilot. His instructions are full of great info and pretty good jokes too.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
Grab onto me there. Perfect. You're good. You want to hold on? Thank you. Feel free. And you guys seem pretty capable. Awesome. It was manufactured in 1954. Originally flew with the U.S. Air Force in the 414th Fighter Division and swapped hands amongst a bunch of different divisions. Eventually, Airedale bought it, and that used to be a local company based out of Wawa, and they flew it on and off for about 47 years. It was then bought in 2014 by a man who lives in Hawaii, and he passed right after the sale. So over the next 8 years, his ex-wives kept showing up and taking, every piece of expensive plane equipment that we have in this plane. So when we first got it, I was sitting in the back while our ops manager Eric started it, and I was sitting on the bucket. You know what I mean? So as you can see, it's much nicer on the inside now. We have the nice white leather seats, and it was bought by Dave Flaherty in about 2023, 2024, about then. So yeah, I'm just gonna get you guys some photos done first, because photos are a big part of this, and then we can give a safety brief and then get going. Here. You put your arms through and you put it on just like this.
Thank
Once
you.
again, 70% of people get this wrong. So
and I just fell off. As soon as I fell off, the jacket went off. I'm like, I was holding the scooter like this.
Ouch. Safety first.
So these ones
So the
aren't
scooter just left
automatic.
there?
If you hit the water, they will not go off. They're manual jackets. We're all wearing these life jackets for safety. Do not pull the yellow handle inside the aircraft ever. If for any reason we ended up in the water, the first thing you do is you locate your exit, get it open, put your hand on the edge of that exit, undo your seatbelt while keeping your hand on the edge of that exit. Then you pull yourself out of the plane, then and only then do you pull the little yellow handle. So we've got 2 entrances and exits in the front of the Beaver and 2 entrances and exits in the back. To get in from the front, handle down, open just like this. To get out, you got to push this pin forward, turn, and then push out. If you're hot and you want a little bit of air, you can turn this. If you're really hot and you need a lot of air, you turn this, pull this down, and piss off everyone in the back of the plane. So when you're getting in, do not put any weight on this door. Put your left hand here, right hand here, right, left, right, head forward, hands on the seat, twist your bum in like that, and get settled. Once you're up here, you'll have a lap belt just like any old car from the 50s. Click it in, make sure it's not twisted, make sure the buckle faces out. I'll assist you with that. And whoever's up here will have a shoulder harness, and you have to wear it, because if you don't, you might smoke your forehead off of the dash if the plane ever digs forward. So, briefing card right up here reiterates a lot of what I'm saying right now, along with a Glad garbage bag in case you're feeling a little sick. Plenty of volume potential, so fill it up to your heart's content. If you come a little bit closer, can you see this yellow handle, or this yellow cap right here? This yellow cap is the oil cap. If it comes loose during takeoff, it'll hit you, cover you in oil, and slick it all the way down the back of the plane. Hasn't happened to me on this one yet, knock on wood. So do not rest your foot on this at all. This is also a handle that turns off the fuel and oil for the entire plane. It's within reach of you, so do not grab it, because if you do, the prop stops turning and I start sweating. So, fire extinguisher is located underneath your seat. To use it, you have to undo the clasps here, take it, point it, pull the pin, squeeze it, and shoot at the base of a fire, and that'll put out a fire if for any reason you have.
But we don't need it, right? Like,
you shouldn't need the fire extinguisher. So, also up here on my dash, you can't really see it, but it's more apparent when you're inside. There's a big red button called the ELT, Emergency Location Transmitter. That sends a signal from the unit located in the back, telling people where we are in the case of an emergency. Also in the back, we have the survival kit and the first aid kit. So, if you could all stand way back there in the corner of that dock, I'll show you how the back door works here. To open it from the inside, you turn and push out. just be aware that when you're looking for this handle, it's located here, so it's behind your chair. If you look at the door and you go, oh no, where's my door handle? Just be aware it's right here. Get in, hands here, step, watch your head, twist your butt in, get into the far side. You'll have a lap belt with no shoulder harness, with briefing cards above you, sick bag in front of you. So, I mean, there's only one, so if multiple people feel sick, have fun sharing. And in the back, you've got hearing protection located behind your seat. That'll keep you from going deaf. Clear as mud?
Yeah.
Any questions? No. Perfect. All right, I'll get you. Step on up. You can hold my hand, please. Watch your step. And you can throw your jacket in there. Just hold on to these right here. They're solid. And I'm behind you just in case you slip.
Okay.
And don't you worry, I'll catch you. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, you're good going. Just like that. Perfect. So she's got your buckle, and I've got your strap right here. So that goes around, clips in. Awesome. Twist that leg in. Perfect. He's got your buckle, and I've got the other part of it right here. So these have to go around your waist, so you got to move those. Perfect. And if you pass that to me, we will clip you in, and then I'll make sure you're nice and tight. And it's going to be a little snug there. Feel good?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm starting from here. Perfect. Alrighty, so once again, get in. No pressure on the door. Left hand, right, left, right. Head forward, hands on the seat. Twist your butt in. Please watch your step. There, and there. Good. And yeah, it's easier the shorter you are, believe it or not.
Perfect for this place.
Yes, absolutely. I am 5'6" 3/4. I am by no means a tall guy, and it is perfect for me. Feel comfy?
Okay, yeah, I believe I will
Awesome.
glasses with the guys as well, if it's
Oh,
possible, because they
okay.
will be flying away.
No. You can use them and then just
Yeah? Okay.
Put 'em.
Let's see.
There's no issue bringing them in the plane.
Thanks.
We're gonna leave this window down while we're on the ground because it's very hot. One, two, three, four. There we go. Fancy.
Oh yeah, baby.
Good sound, eh? Yep.
I can hear it from my house. On
Yeah,
this
I
end.
believe you. It's just a little noisy. Thank you. I'll just take this. Perfect. Beauty. We'll write down our time here.
And we are going to the Robertson Cliffs, right?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Good. We're just waiting for some of our systems to kind of boot up in here first. You can put that headset on now if you'd like. Okay, or,
Is it any difference, right, left?
either way works. That way's good. Okay, so put up our windows. I'll help you do that over here. Just comme ça. Très bon, très bon. I want to make sure this is turned the proper way. There we go. Good. Back. Security traffic, Beaver Golf, Oscar X-ray, India on the waterway. Let's go. Let's go.
Looks like we're all ready for the flight. Sliding over the water gave us a little thrill, and as the engine roared louder, the excitement kept building, peaking right at the moment we lifted off. Honestly, I don't even know how to put all these feelings into words. Maybe the best way is just to let you see what we saw, to feel that freedom of flight and soak in these incredible fall views around Sault Ste. Marie. Just look at these happy faces. Do I even need to tell you how much we loved it?
14:45. 14:45. There we go. Not a minute more. Not a minute less. You paid for 30. You get 30.
That's pretty fair.
Say again?
Nice. That's fair.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. I do my best to keep things fair. Once again, when we come by, I'm going to be really close to you, and I apologize because I smell terrible. I'm just nasty.
I know. I smell of this spice.
Fair enough. Okay, good. She wants us to shut off. You always got to double check because sometimes maybe she won't, right? That's not good. We'll write down our time here.
Should I wear it right away or a bit later?
Good.
By the way, these guys also have a YouTube channel where they share their own outdoorsy adventures here in Canada. You can check them out and subscribe. I'll leave the link in the description below.
I'll be real close to you. Thank you, Andrew.
So here are some details about our flight. It took about 30 minutes flying over the Sault and up to Robertson Cliffs. The total cost was $600 plus tax. You can book directly through Killarney Air Service. Their website and Instagram are both linked in the description. You can split the cost among up to 4 people or book a private flight just for yourself if you prefer. There is also a shorter option, 15 minutes for $300, and that gives you a beautiful air excursion over the city. Again, you can split the price among up to 4 people. What I really liked is that there is no rush. You don't feel like you have to jump in and out of the plane because another group is waiting. They give you plenty of time in between flights to sign the papers, to chat a bit, to take pictures, and just enjoy the whole experience. It really feels like that moment is yours. I know that hundreds of people travel into Sault Ste. Marie for Agawa Canyon tour train, and believe me, this flight might be the highlight of your next day in the Sault. If you put both adventures on your bucket list for the next season, I promise this trip will stay in your memory forever. You can also check out my video about the Agawa Canyon train tour and imagine how amazing it would be to do both in one trip. As for us, this was definitely the highlight of our October and of the whole 2025 fall season. Every time I hear the sound of a plane engine flying over our apartment in the Sault, it brings me right back to those emotions we felt on board. I'm pretty sure we will be back for another flight next season, when the service returns after winter. And yes, that was our adventure. I'm so impressed with the flight. The colors are just amazing right now and the weather was perfect for the flight. The pilot is just making his magic. So this is a Killarney Air Service close to the Bushplane Museum in Sault Ste. Marie, and I do highly recommend this. And while the next guests are just ready to fly, which might be you next season, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with the friends you'd love to take a flight with. See you in the next video and our new adventures.